Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day today. Welcome to Thursday's edition of Take Five. We're breaking down the message that I preached Sunday. That message was entitled God's Christmas Gift. We are taking John 3:16 and we're breaking it down phrase by phrase, and we're identifying the things in that verse that make Jesus the greatest gift that was ever given. So let's not waste any time because we got a lot of things to talk about today and tomorrow. Let's just jump right into it today. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. When you look at the phrase for God, that identifies him as the creator of salvation. The phrase so loved the world identifies for us the cause of salvation. That's why he did what he did, because he loves us so much. And then the next phrase, he gave his only begotten Son, that identifies the cost of salvation. This is what it cost him. It cost him the life of his very Son. Salvation's free to you and me, but it cost God the most precious possession of heaven in the life of his Son, Jesus Christ. Peter said, you know that it was not with perishable things such as gold or silver that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your ancestors, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or without defect. He said money couldn't buy it. Silver and gold would not suffice. It took something way more valuable, something way more precious, and it was the blood of Jesus Christ. Acts 20:28 says that Christ purchased the church. That's what it cost him. He purchased the church with his own blood. And Ephesians 1:14 says that we are the purchased possession of Christ. And that true cost is found in the blood that he was willing to spill on our behalf. Now, although Jesus never sinned, he took our punishment on himself. He was tortured. He was crucified in our place. The entire cost was covered by Jesus. Your salvation and mine has been made available by the completed work of Christ that has been applied to our lives. It was all of him for all of us. It was his life for ours. That's what it cost, and God was willing to pay that price for you and me. You know, suppose you wanted to express your love for someone by giving them a very fine gift. Well, the first thing you would do is have to go to the store and buy it. And you would think that the finer the gift, the more it's going to cost you. And to your friend, the person you're purchasing it for, it's a free gift, but it's not free on your part. It's going to cost you something. The same is true with this great gift of salvation. To us, it's free, but it costs God the precious dear life of his Son. That's what makes this the best gift ever given, because God was willing to pay the ultimate price for you and for me. You look at the next phrase that comes in line. It says that whoever believes in him. That phrase, whoever, determines what the circumference of salvation is. When I say circumference, that's just means how far does salvation reach? And to whom all does it reach? And that answer is very simple. Whosoever. That's what he tells us. That word, whoever, there totally eliminates the theory that some people are predestined to go to heaven and some are predestined to go to hell, like many are talking about today, especially those that are buying into a revision of the Calvinism theory today and the idea of limited atonement. There was nothing limited about the price that Jesus paid for you and me. The love of God reaches out to all men everywhere. That's what whoever means. He didn't just love certain ones. Our text tells us he loved the whole world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever. It tells us the whole world was what God was aiming at when he gave us the gift of salvation. When you read John chapter 4, when Jesus is having that discussion with that thirsty woman there at Jacob's well, and he told that lady, he said, whoever drinks of this water in this well is going to thirst again. Whoever, that's anybody. If they drink, they'll get thirsty again. But if you drink of the water that I give him, whoever does that will never thirst again, because the water that I give will be a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. Jesus was talking to a woman that had a very jaded past there on that day. He determined that she had 5 husbands. The one she was with now, she was just shacking up with him. And he was there offering her this great gift of salvation. Friend, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what your past has been. I don't care about your marriage arrangements in the past, your gender identification in the past. I don't care what you've been through, if it's been drugs, if it's been alcohol. It doesn't matter to me, because it doesn't matter to God. He paid the price for whoever. That is the circumference of salvation. Paul elaborated on it in Romans chapter 10. He said, there's no distinction between Jew or Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich to all that call upon him. For whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Notice he said there's no difference in the Jew and the Greek. To you and me, that represents people that have got a religious background and people that may have a pagan background or no religious background at all. Whoever it is, if you'll call on the name of the Lord, you can be saved. God has provided salvation for all men everywhere. Now, sadly, there have been and there will continue to be people that will reject and deny God's great plan of redemption. But understand this, He willingly paid the price for all men everywhere, even though He knew that there would be some that would not accept it. That's what makes this the best gift that has ever been given. The price that God paid and the circumference, how far He was willing to reach to save every man, woman, born or boy or girl that's born on this planet we call Earth. Well, hey, I've got to get out of here. We've got one more day this week, and we're going to finish this up, and we're going to get some clarity before we go into the weekend and get ready for Christmas. And we're going to know without a doubt that Jesus is the best gift that has ever been given in this world, present, past, or future. Hey, I look forward to being with you tomorrow. Until then, God bless you. Have a great day. Trust the Lord, friend. He will never fail you.